Hey guys, Jeff Dissett here at the SEMA show. I got the big guy Bob here at the Roxor booth. Now, Bob, tell me what this monstrosity is behind me. I thought initially it was something that it's not. And correct me, please. Tell me about this.
Well, basically, Mahindra started building in 1947 the Willys Jeep. So we built those Jeeps, and then it carried on in India throughout today. They actually make a vehicle called the Thar over there.
You guys never stopped producing those Willis bodies?
No, we did not. So basically, obviously, it's grown since then, and there's been design changes, engineering changes, and we thought it'd be a great idea to bring it over here to the States. We build them in Auburn Hills, Michigan, and we call it the Roxor, and it's an off-road vehicle, competes with UTV side-by-sides, but it's a vehicle you buy one time.
So why do you just buy it one time?
Well, basically because nothing breaks. You look at our box frame, you look at all our suspension components, our Dana-like front and rear axles and transfer case, the 2.5 liter turbo diesel. They're basically bulletproof. They just run forever.
And that 2.5 turbo diesel, it's not an OEM or it's not a GM4. It's not a big three engine. It's your engine.
Yeah, it's our engine. Mahindra is the largest tractor manufacturer in the country, and obviously they have a lot of turbocharged engine experience. So we basically took a derivative of one of those engines and certified it for the States to meet all the UTV EPA requirements.
So is this a concept? Can people buy this? I love it.
Well, we always start out with a concept vehicle, like all the automotive companies, and then a lot of these parts and components end up in production.
Excellent. Win on Sunday, sell on Monday.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Now, is this going to be driven? Is this just going to be a show car?
Well, we're going to have this on the show tour, starting at SEMA and then other show events, and then we're talking about auctioning this vehicle, and then our Woody vehicle, we might auction it at Barrett-Jackson because they've gotten so much attention.
Very cool. Any possibilities, King of the Hammers, or taking it out to Moab for the Easter Jeep Fest to see it off-roading?
We're always there. Yep, we enter the King of the Hammers. We've got several off-road companies that we sponsor. We just sponsored the Baja 1000. A guy drove the Roxor to third in his class.
Third in its class in the Baja 1000?
Yes. Yeah.
That say no more. You sold me.
It's exciting to see how much last year was our first year here, and sales have just elevated since then. It's amazing how many people bought Roxors on their own and upfitted them for this event. So it's, before we were an unknown, and now our brand is really starting to get awareness.
The SEMA show is amazing. Bob, tell me a little bit about this beast right behind us. It's beautiful. I love it.
Well, this is a concept we call the Marshall. There's a new mudslinger in town.
Oh, okay, I love it.
And that's exactly what we promote. So if you look at things like the new front grille, you may see that in the near future as our new replacement grille. And things like our brush guards, we've got a concept pickup box. So we're always looking at new ways to produce different models of the Roxor, and we're seeing what kind of exposure we get. And if there's interest, we may build things like this.
So can you customize this from a 4-lug to a 6-lug to an 8-lug? And you said you had Dana style axles. Can you go from a 44 to a 60? Can you upgrade those sort of ways?
Oh, absolutely. We've built ones. We've got a concept off-road vehicle with an LS Corvette motor in it. We've put much larger axles in them. The neat part about it is you're not starting out with an old used 4-wheel vehicle. You look at the box frame, and you can put any axles, any powertrain, any transmission. So at a base price of $16,000, the sky's the limit.
$16,000 or $60,000?
$16,000.
1.6. That's amazing for a fully box frame.
Totally. With the powertrain this has, you can't buy anything like it for the money.
Not at all. The frame that I'm looking for my car is going for not twice that, but a lot more than that. So this just came out last year. Who's buying this?
Well, first it started out like rock crawler guys were buying it. We sponsor Jesse Haynes, and he does all kinds of rock crawler events. But then it's grown into the farmers. It's grown into the guys that have big ranches. So guys that need a workhorse that won't break down.
Interesting. Instead of getting a little Razor, you can get a real truck.
Totally. I mean, like I said, this is not belt driven, so you're not worried about being out in the middle of your acreage and something breaking down. The only thing that's going to break down is you, because this surely won't.
So where can we find out more about Roxor?
RoxorOffroad.com.
You guys get that? RoxorOffroad.com. Check them out. And we got more SEMA stuff coming up for you. More live event coverage from SEMA coming up. Power Automedia.